everyone, welcome back. Thanks for watching. We're going to go through Saturday's partner workout, and it's going to involve basically 3 different movements. And the big one we're concerned about is the Manmaker. So Manmakers are ideally done with 2 dumbbells, and you don't want them too heavy because it takes a lot of movements. So some light dumbbells if you can. And what you're going to do is you're going to get on the ground in a plank position. You're going to start with a push-up, so keep those elbows in tight. Try to drop your chest all the way down to the ground, keeping a straight line from the head to the feet. And then you're going to do a row. So not shifting your weight and bending your hips, keeping that plank position even as you row and pull those elbows up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to come onto your feet and you're going to do a squat clean. So my hips hips open up all the way, and then I drop into a full squat, and I'm going to come up all the way into a thruster. Okay, so that whole movement is one Manmaker. Once again, in real time, it's going to look like, so push up, row, row, squat clean thruster, all the way up. Some of the mistakes I see: ugly push-ups, and then when you get to the renegade row, people have their hips way high because their core can't stabilize themselves, so they're just putting their weight onto their legs, so your core isn't having to do anything, rather than actually putting your weight into your shoulders and having to stabilize your core. So if that's the case, you can always modify by putting your knees on the ground. And there's a lot of people who don't like to modify movements. They say, I am tough, I could go on my feet, and I am strong. And for some reason, they think they look very tough and they're doing a great job. And the coach isn't seeing what's going on by doing this movement. And they think, yeah, I'm awesome, I'm badass. Rather than letting go of their ego, doing the right thing, working that core, making that rep look good, and just modifying the movements. All right, and then we're gonna go into that next movement, which is a squat clean thruster. The big mistake I see here is when they get to their feet, they don't open up their hips. They go bicep curl, sit, and stand up. Now, I'm sure you've done cleans with a barbell, but when you go up to that barbell and do a clean, do you sit your butt down and bicep curl that weight up? That's not how it usually works, and usually it's too heavy, you can't do that. Think about a power clean. You don't just bicep curl a power clean, you come down, you drive, and you catch it. All right, so let's get those hips up. Open up all the way, and then you can squat down and thruster. Again, break it down into those movements if you need to, rather than going from that renegade row and curling it, right? Do a power clean, up. Make sure you take a second, set up. Are you ready for that squat? If that's a yes, okay, set up well. Feet are shoulder width apart. I'm all the way standing upright, hips open. Now I'm ready to squat. Now I can actually go into a squat. Don't rush the movement. All right, do it correctly. Take an extra second, and don't just flop around because you're trying to go fast. You think you're doing good. And again, you think that coach is like, yeah, you're doing awesome. Oh my God, you're so strong. No, actually, we'd rather have you go lighter, do it correctly, and again, let go of your ego. Okay, so keep that in mind. Some things you could do if you don't have 2 dumbbells. You could go a push-up and do 1-arm row and other side, okay? Or you could even just do a push-up and a dumbbell pull through, right? then come up on your feet and you could squat clean that. Or you could do 2 hands, 1 dumbbell, squat clean that. Okay, so many different ways you can modify that movement. So while you're going through those man makers, your partner should be doing a farmer carry. So they're walking around, or they can march in place, waiting for you to get done with your reps. And another option, rather than using dumbbells, is going for an object march. So you have some sort of object where you filled to about 30 to 50 pounds, maybe even more if you have that option, and you're going to march in place while your partner gets done with the 100-meter sprint to start, and then those man makers. All right, so make sure if you're doing the Zoom class, you learn how to pin your partner, and that way you're not distracted by the 15 other people in class. You could just pin your partner, watch them, and know when it's your turn to go. And if you're not taking the Zoom class, definitely try like messaging someone. It's good to try to stay connected in this time. So message someone, see if you could set up a time that you guys can work out together. You could either do it through Zoom, or you could just FaceTime each other and get that workout done with a buddy, and that's always more fun. Okay, so enjoy that workout, everyone, and hopefully you have a good rest of the weekend.